I'm Schel Kidd, your vegan vegetarian cook on the show In the Kitchen with Schel. Sorry I couldn't be with you this month, but I didn't want to leave you without your monthly vegan/vegetarian dish. So, stage right, let's start the show. Welcome back to another episode of Cooking Raw. I'm your host, Lars Shelby Kidd, here to prepare for you some of my favorite dishes. Tonight we're going to go quick. I mean, it's cold outside, and when it's cold outside, you want something to warm your insides up. So I'm going to do a little soup here. I like to call this, Shel's Simple Vegetable Curry Soup. Did I say soup? Now that's raw. That's what Cooking Raw is all about. There won't be any editing here. Alright, so what I have here, I have some coconut milk, some lime juice, my cubes of vegetables broth that I prepared here. Different variety of vegetables, some spinach, a couple different onions, garlic, carrots, ginger, mushrooms, and then I have some pureed vegetable soup that I pureed earlier. So this is a mixture of squash, a little bit of potato, again, carrots, bell peppers, onions, so I'm going to use this as kind of like a thickener, for the soup. Alright, because I won't have enough vegetables to make it nice and thick, but this will work out great. And again, I want to make this quick. So we're going to start first, have our pot warming up here. I'm going to add just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Not a lot, because this isn't about oil. And this is just to soften and saute up our ingredients here. So I'm going to start first, let's use this bigger knife. I'm going to start first by cutting up our carrot. Now, since I want this to all come together quickly, I want to do the vegetables nice and small. Okay, so what I did, I just cut it in nice little simple strips. I'm going to cut that strip in half. So these are going to make for nice little bitty squares, with the hopes that they're going to saute up and cook up quickly in the broth. It's all about, so when you reduce the size of your ingredients, it speeds up the cooking time. That's a Cooking the Raw tip. But you all knew that one already. Alright, again, cut that down. Nice little strips, little squares. I mean, this time of the year, I just love soups, bisques. Sometimes just having just broth on its own and maybe adding in some noodles. I mean, that's how simple cooking is to me. Oftentimes I run into people or I get messages, about what can you make with this or what can I make with that. I'm not good at creating things. And I always say, you know what? You're good at creating a lot more than what you think. Don't get confused by the things you see on TV. Cooking, again, is very simple. Now we have our matchsticks done. This is the hardest vegetable here, so it's going to be the longest cooking. So I'm going to dice that up. Now I'm right-handed, so hopefully you can see that. Alright, into the pot. You can hear that sizzle. It's good to go. So I'm going to get those nice and soft. Again, a little oil at a time. You can always add, but you can't take away. That's my philosophy. But this dish isn't about oil. I don't want an oily dish here. I want this to be nice and clean. And I'm using extra virgin olive oil again because I just simply like the flavor of extra virgin olive oil. Yes, I could have used a peanut oil or a grapeseed oil. But for me, this is what I like. So you can decide on what kind of oil you like to use in your dish. So it's almost like a confetti. It's going to add color to the dish, in addition to flavor. So we're going to take this, and this is going to add even more depth of flavor to our vegetable broth. This is all about layers. Even for a quick soup like this, everything is about layers. Okay? There's that. Let's get out my wooden spoon here. So that's cooking in the pot. I'm going to add just a little bit more oil. We're not looking for browning. We're simply looking for aromatics. Okay? So that's doing its thing. While that's doing its thing, I am going to dice up some garlic. In fact, I'm thinking about just maybe doing garlic slivers, So it'd be nice little slivers of garlic. Let's take a smaller knife here. Nice little slivers of garlic in this dish, which will melt away in the cooking and melt away in your mouth. Now, if you have a mandolin or a slicer, you can use that. or if you're pretty good with a knife, you just use your knife and cut nice little slices. Some of them may come out a little bit thicker, but that's okay. But this is what we want here. We want these to float so that you can actually taste the garlic in every bite. Alright, just one more. Okay. Give this a stir. Saute to get them nice and soft. Okay. Now I don't want to add the garlic yet because I don't want the garlic to burn. But I will add 2 types of onion. A white onion and a little bit of red onion into this dish. I mean, again, I just really enjoy cooking merely for the creativity, not really knowing what's going to come out, what's going to happen with the dish, but always being amazed. So I'm going to cut some thin for garnish, and I'm cutting the others thick or thicker. I want the red for garnish, thicker to flavor the soup. Okay, that's going to take care of that. And again, I want this to melt away during the cooking into the pot. Notice, again, building layers. Building layers is what this is all about. It's not a quick cooking, but a flavorful cooking. So there's a little bit of our red onion. Now let's do the white. Same again, I'm going to cut some thin slices for garnish in the soup. Okay, in fact, now we cut some thicker slices for flavoring. Okay, and now we chop that into the pot. You can smell that. Again, we don't want any browning, we want depth of color, we want depth of flavor. And this is just releasing aromatics, okay? It's like the foundation of your broth. Now we're going to add our garlic. Okay? Just a wee bit more oil. Fire's on medium, or in between medium and low. Okay. Now, I want to add some flavor of some portobello mushrooms to the dish. So I'm going to cut that somewhat thin, and I want some of this to saute in the beginning stages. Then I'm going to add some in for garnish. And notice I just kept those simply sliced. Let's get you a look at that. Can you see that? Nice, huh? Very simple. Very, very simple. Okay, that's going to provide our meat, or our meat-like texture. All right. Now, for some ginger, a couple of slices. Oh, there's a little bit of mushroom there. I don't want to waste anything. Just a slice of ginger here. Doesn't take much. Now, some people like to take the skin off the ginger. Me, myself, for a lot of different vegetables and fruits, I mean, the skin is very important. I mean, it's full of nutrients, full of vitamins. So I'll keep it. So to put this in, again, adding some for flavor. And now let's take a strip off for garnish. Cut that in nice little thin strips. Almost like pieces of string. There you go there. Alright, that's for garnish. You can smell that. Alright, I'm going to add one more mushroom, or half of the mushroom, to this. Alright. Now, for our broth, we're going to crank up the heat here. We're going to begin to add our broth cubes. that to cook down to give us our liquid base. We got the fire cranked up here so we can get a nice little melt on that. So you can see what we have here. If you look at the bottom there, we have our broth, but we also have our vegetables adding more flavor to our soup. And this is going to be so much of a thick soup, but I do want to add some of the pureed mixture from another soup to give this a little bit of consistency here. Then we're going to finish it off with the coconut milk. Okay, let that get cooked down. Alright, now, while that's doing its thing, I am going to chiffonade some spinach as another finishing ingredient. Or again, garnish. Spinach is going to add its own flavor. We want that garnish of green in the dish. Okay? And it's going to slightly wilt on its own. Okay, that's looking pretty good over there. I mean, notice, I'm just putting it together. These are all simple techniques, things you can learn over time. And then it's just experimenting. You know, eating different foods and wondering, wow, I wonder what that would taste like if I were to do this. I wonder what it would taste like if I were to do that. Okay? I think I'm going to add some more broth cubes to it. As you can see here, I just simply pull it out of the freezer, labeled, and ready to go. Okay, oops, that's the chicken. Ha! We want the vegetable. There we go. Veggie broth. Now we have the right one. That's why it's important to label. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about 2 cups of broth. Each cube representing an ounce. So we let that get cooked down. Okay. Let's have a friend coming over. So I want to make sure we can start this off with a simple soup. Alright, now I'm going to add just a little bit of this puree. Let's just get a chance to look and see what it looks like here. So you can see we have a nice thin soup. Okay, I'm not worried about the salt and pepper right now. Alright, right now I'm getting my consistencies right. I'm going to add some of this puree here and watch how it changes ever so slightly. Okay, not a lot, but again, everything is built on flavor. So layer on top of layer on top of layer. So we have a nice subtle thickness to it. Not much, okay? Not much. All right, turn our fire down. Now to add in our garnishes. Ginger. It's almost like it's a play on an Asian type of dish. I do have my Asian soup bowls here for you. So we have our garnish in here. Alright. And now I want to put in some more mushrooms. Again, baby portobellos. Very flavorful, very meaty. Alright, into the pot, slice nice and thin. So we have some in that were sauteed, and we have some that's simply going to cook in the liquid. Okay? I like onions, especially red onions. We're tossing some more. Beautiful color. Again, our finish is going to be the spinach because that's not going to take long to build. We add a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of acid. Well, lime juice actually. You know? Kind of kick up the flavor. And now let's give it a taste. See what we got here.
I like my colored tasting spoons. Let's see what we got. Set this one right here. Purple first. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's add in some pepper. Look how simple and how quick this soup comes together. Okay, and now salt. You know what? Let's just do a bit of the ground and grind some sea salt here. Now, there's no salt in the broth, in the vegetable broth that I made. So we want to be liberal. Okay, I'm going to use quite a bit on this here. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. And look how that's coming together. Look at that color. Maybe you can't see it on the steamboat. Once we get inside the bowl, you'll see a lot more. Okay, let's give it a taste, see where we're at. You know, I think I'm going to put in one more tablespoon of the puree. And then, let's take it in a different direction here. Let's put in a little bit of turmeric. Change the color. This is how curry gets its color, from the turmeric. So add a little bit of that. Oh heck, this just turned into a curry. A little bit of cardamom. Okay, no measurements, you know, when you're flavoring your dishes with spices. Some coriander. Okay, and then cumin. You have to get yourself running out of cumin. It's like we're going to need more cumin. Okay, takes care of that. And I think I want to put in just a little bit of oregano. Wow, you can smell it. It actually smells like a curry. Turn our fire down, make it nice and gentle. Now look what we got here. How it has changed. You know, by adding those simple ingredients. Wow, you know me, I'm just in love with Double Zero. Double Zero will always have a place in any of my dishes. Just a little bit of that, a little bit of red. Then we're going to taste. See where we're at. Time for the pink spoon. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Now, we add in our spinach. There we go. Everything's coming together nicely. The rest of the onion in there. Why not? Okay. Look at there. Look at there. Nice. All coming together. Beautiful coloring. And now for our coconut milk. Okay. Fire's turned down to a nice little simmer. You'll just slowly, look at the color. It's getting a nice light color, nice rich color. Okay. A little bit more. Look at that, nice and rich. Let's give it another taste. Look at that color now. Wow. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I think I want to put another splash of lime. Some more salt. And myself, I like a little heat in my dishes. Especially a dish like this. So a couple of pinches of pepper flakes. Red pepper flakes. And now for the plate up. I'll move this and we will begin to plate. pulling up the driveway. It's getting close. Are we going to make it? Now, I didn't over salt because you can always add salt. Okay? Anyone can always add salt to the dish. You season the dish to where you like it, and then let your guests continue to add what they will enjoy. All right, our soup is ready. Put the plate up. There goes nothing. Oh, this is going to be marvelous. Wonderful. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Let's put a little bit more in there. There's the one. You can't get any more simple than this. A great soup for both vegetarians and vegan alike. A nice simple vegetable curry, homemade curry spice coconut soup. But I guess I have to taste it. I can taste mine to make sure it's going to be alright. Notice I put it in really nice dishes. Kind of gives like a little Asian twist to it. Oh, this is a beautiful coloring in the broth. And here we go. Let me get a little mushroom in there so I can get some texture. Make sure you don't break your tongue. Oh, that's just great. Nice heat from the pepper flakes. I hope you enjoyed watching how quick and simple it is to prepare a nice soup on a nice warm day. You can find out more about me on Facebook. That's Cooking the Raw Magazine. Be sure to continue to check the website. It's cookingtheraw.net, and like the channel and share on Cooking in the Raw, the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.